Hey, Taylor Elwood here, and welcome. Today we're going to be talking about the question of why magic is such a big secret. Why are people who practice magic so secretive? Things like along those lines. And this question came about because in my Magical Experiments Facebook group, I asked, what are your burning questions about magic? And this is one of the questions that are asked. I promise that I will get to all of those questions, whether it's through a blog post or a video like this, or something else along those lines. But today I thought I would answer that question. I'm going to give you the flippant answer first, the fun answer. Why are magicians so secretive? Well, because we're supposed to be. Look at pop culture, right? Gandalf, all of those other pop culture magicians, right? They're all secretive. Or Dumbledore, they all keep secrets. Why? Because, well, they're magicians. They're supposed to. Okay, that's the flippant fun answer. But let's get serious here. Why is magic treated as a secret? Why are people who practice magic secretive sometimes? Well, there's a few different reasons for that. And some of this involves going back in time, so right? If we go back in time to well, any time before the modern century, quite frankly, there were good reasons, and even now, there are good reasons why people had to be secretive about magic, because the dominant religion of the Western world is Christianity, and let's just be brutally honest here. Christianity doesn't like contenders or competitors. They certainly don't like people who practice magic. I mean, look at the Salem witch trials. Look at the stuff that happened in Europe where people were burned or killed. Look at even more recent times. There's never been there's never been a situation where there hasn't been some form of oppression from the mainstream religion. And if we look at the history of Christianity, when Christianity arose, it was during a time where there was the Roman Empire where multiple religions were, tolerated. As far as the Romans were concerned, as long as you paid the taxes, they didn't care what you believed. They just wanted you to pay your taxes. Well, when Christianity became the dominant religion, it started to get rid of the other religions. They didn't want other people. Believing in pagan gods or anything like that. They only wanted the one true God, so to speak. And not surprisingly, any time that Christianity went into a new territory, they would try and co-opt the holidays or the traditions. This is why you actually find, like if you go into Eastern Europe in particular, you'll find there's actually a fair blend of Christianity and paganism, because you'll find that the Christians basically went in and said, okay, this day used to be Thor's day or whoever's day, but we're going to make it into Saint so-and-so's day. Well, the saint was really the former god, and the day was incorporated in. That was a way to basically get people to co-opt into Christianity. But at the same time, you had to stay pretty secretive about your pagan beliefs. And this is still the same even today. Even in mainstream America right now, a lot of people have to be careful about sharing the fact that they're pagan or that they practice magic. Go to rural America or the Midwest or the South or anything like that, and you're dealing with fundamentalist, crazy Christians. Sorry to any Christians who are watching this, but really, you guys do get pretty crazy sometimes. You have people who are convinced that it's the one true God, the one true way. And I can speak from personal experience. When I was 18, I had my books burned by my mom, who is, even this time, a Christian, who did not want me to be practicing what I practiced. She didn't like the fact that I kept it from her, but I had good reasons to keep it from her, because exactly what I thought would happen happened. She made me burn my books and told me that I had a choice to either move out in a half hour or or stay, but not practice what I believed. Needless to say, I was a senior in high school at the time, didn't have a job. I burned the books that I had read, kept the books I hadn't read, and kept practicing magic, and just and moved out as soon as I could. And even after that, I had an incident later on where I had someone's dad call me once on the hour, every hour, singing Christian songs and things like that. This was one of my former friends at the time. He was a friend at the time, and he was threatening to kill me because I wasn't a Christian. I don't live in a conservative part of the country anymore, but if you do live in a conservative part of the U.S., that's an issue. And it's why people are in the broom closet, so to speak. And especially in Trump America, I hate to say it, but in Trump America, this is even more so the case, where hate has become very visible. It's more so directed at immigrants and race and things like that, but I wouldn't say it's safe even for people who practice magic. So that's another reason why people are so secretive. They have good reason to be. And of course, there's also the idea that if you belong to a magical order, you might take an oath. You might need to keep things secret there, because you're trying to belong to that order, and there may be certain rituals or practices that you wouldn't share with anyone else. So those are other reasons that you would keep your magical work secretive, because again, you might belong to a specific magical order, and they have very specific ideas about what they will or won't share and why they won't share them. So those are kind of the reasons that people who practice magic tend to be secretive. I'm one of those people who actually uses my own real name with magic. So, I mean, if you Google me, you find out very quick that yes, I do practice magic. Not everyone does. Most people don't. And I can tell you that there are definite consequences to being out. It's not always an easy thing. Again, there's a reason I live in a fairly liberal area of the country, so to speak, for that reason. But it's really important to recognize that with magic in general, if people are secretive, they usually have very good reasons for it. Now, if you say, well, why are people secretive about like how magic is practiced or things like that? Well, again, I can go back to those oaths, but in my case, I'm obviously not. I write books, I share what I'm doing, and there are plenty of books out there. There's lots of material out there. I think, though, that if you're a genuine seeker and you really want to learn, pick up some books, start practicing, start attending some go to your local occult shop, check stuff out, and at the same time understand that if people are a little wary and secretive, they have good reason to be, because unfortunately, when it comes right down to it, we're a minority religion, or minority spiritual practice in my case, because I don't really see it as a religion what I do. But either way, there's good reasons for it, and that's not going to change until the dominant religion either learns to accept other religious beliefs and spiritual beliefs, or goes away. Needless to say, I don't think the former will happen, and the latter is probably not going to happen for a long while either. Anyway, thanks for watching, and that's why magic is so secretive. Incidentally, if you want to learn how magic works, check out the link below. Go to my free ebooks page where you can download the free ebooks that I have there and learn more about how magic works. Thanks, and take care. Bye-bye.